Hey, it's Matt, your average gamer. For this video, we're going to be diving into 9 more fun and powerful builds for Elden Ring. A lot of these are build requests for Elden Ring. I can't wait to jump into these. We're going to start here with a Scythe hybrid build. This is going to be a Strength and Faith build that allows us to use Electrify Armament on a heavy Scythe. And then we're going to be using different incantations as well. This is a really fun one. I enjoy hybrid builds a lot. So the concept here is to use Electrify Armament, and after using Electrify Armament, we can then use our Ash of War spinning weapon for a lot of damage. Of course, against this boss, we're not going to get any bleed build up, but you get a little bit of bleed build up with the innate bleed on the weapon, and of course, you're going to get a decent amount of lightning damage because we've got a decent amount of faith for this build. And then we're in heavy affinity, so when we two-hand this for any regular attacks, etc., anything like that, we're also able to do a decent amount of damage because we'll have over 50 strength as well. I really love the versatility of Strength and Faith. It gives you a lot to work with, and it can be a lot of fun too. And Black Flame here does a lot of damage, a lot of percentage damage, a lot of fire damage. Overall, I think you'll really enjoy this build if you like Strength and Faith builds. A couple people asked me about a Scythe build. Another person mentioned a hybrid build. If you're at high levels, I would go for 80 Strength and 80 Faith, of course. And then you could use something like the Erdtree seal would be excellent. If you're at extremely high levels, you could then use the Golden Order seal. Either one of those, if you have high levels, will beat out the boost for the Godslayer seal if you're adding things in like Black Flame. And of course, give you more damage from Electrify Armament. Let's jump into equipment. We have the heavy Scythe, plus 25 preferably, with spinning weapon. We have the Godslayer seal. You can check out our armor set here. We hit 52 poise for this build. We have Shard of Alexander, Fire Scorpion Charm, Melissen's Prosthesis, Godfrey Icon, and then we have the Flame tier, Blood Sucking Crack tier. Let's jump into stats for this build. And for stats, we have 60 Vigor, 21 Mind, 23 Endurance, 34 Strength. That's going to be over 50 when you two-hand this, 60 Faith, Golden Vow, Halashabiri, Blessing Spoon, Black Flame, Scouring Black Flame, and Electrify Armament. Next up is our other hybrid build. This is going to be a Katana hybrid lightning build. This is a pretty cool one. Gives you a decent amount of bleed build up with the Great Katana and Blood Flame Blade. And then, of course, we're going to be backing off to use stuff like Knight's Lightning, Spear, Hone Bolt, etc. for a lot of lightning damage. This is a really cool one. Again, I like hybrid builds. That's why I included a couple for this video. I know they're more difficult to do at 150, but they're very much possible to do. And they can give you a lot of damage. You can see there with the Lightning, 4,000 damage. And then we'll get even more damage, another 4,000 there with Knight's Lightning Spear. Overall, pretty good setup. This is once again built around Strength and Faith. The Katana's in heavy affinity. Blood Flame Blade will give you bleed build up. And of course, all your lightning incantations are going to do a lot of damage with this one too. I really like this build a lot. We have the heavy Great Katana, plus 25 with overhead stance. We're using Blood Flame Blade with it. We have the Gravelstone seal. We had 52 poise, same armor set again if you want to check that out here. We have the Shard of Alexander Talisman, of course, for overhead stance. We have the Lightning Scorpion Charm, awesome to boost our lightning damage. Melissen's Prosthesis, if you don't want to run that, you could run Lord of Blood's Exaltation because you're going to get in some bleed procs as well. You can also wear the white mask if you want to, too. We have the Godfrey Icon, that's for incantations, Lightning tier, Blood Sucking Crack tier, and then we're using Market Shackle to stun the boss. Let's jump into stats for this hybrid build. We have 60 Vigor, 20 Mind, 23 Endurance, 34 Strength. Once again, this over 50 when you two-hand this. 60 Faith, 10 Arcane for Blood Flame Blade, Golden Vow, Halashabiri. We have Blessing Spoon, Knight's Lightning Spear, Blood Flame Blade, and then you can add something in like Hone Bolt for a little bit more range. Next up, we have a Rotten Bleed Peelers build. A couple people asked me for a build for the Godskin Peelers, and I didn't want to do the traditional bleed build where it's just Seppuku on Bolt because I've covered that before and it's a little bit boring after all. So we have the Poison Flower blooms twice on one of them, and then we have Seppuku on the other. So this way we can get some Rot build up initially, and we're going to end up getting the Rot proc there, and then when you back off, you can get some bleed build up because both are in blood affinity. Then you go in for jump attacks and whatnot. Of course, it's going to be a little bit difficult against a boss like Rolana here. She could be a little bit of a pain because a lot of her attacks have like multiple combo after combo after combo. I think she's got even 10 and 12 combos, you know, all that stuff. It's a little bit challenging. This is Journey 4, New Game Plus 3. But still, we can get a decent amount of damage with her. I believe we end up actually getting a surprise posture break in here, which is pretty cool once she finishes this move. Overall, though, this build does do a pretty good amount of damage. It's pretty impressive overall. There's some serious damage. Her health is ticking down from the Rot too. Blood proc, critical break, of course, she goes down. Overall, this is going to be one that takes a little bit more work to pull off, but it works really well too. If you want a Rot and Bleed build that does jump attacks, this is definitely something to check out, and the Godskin Peelers are really fun with this type of setup. All right, we're going to jump into equipment, stats, everything you need to know for a Rot and Bleed Godskin Peeler build. We have the Blood Godskin Peeler, plus 25 preferably on both of these. One has the Poison Flower Blooms twice, the other one has Seppuku. We have the Dragon Communion Seal. We're using the Greatbird chest piece. That's the only one that really matters. We hit 51 poise for the extra jump attack damage. Kindred of Rot's Exaltation. We have the Claw Talisman. We have Millicent's Prosthesis. We have Lord of Blood's Exaltation, of course, because we're in Blood Affinity. Once again, you could wear the White Mask or the Mushroom Crown. Thorny Tear, Blood Sucking Crack Tear. Let's jump into stats. Okay, and the stats on this build are 55 Vigor, 15 Mind, 28 Endurance, 17 Strength, 40 Dexterity, 45 Arcane, 25 Faith. We are using Golden Vow, Flame Grant Me Strength, Blessing's Boon, and we hit 53 Poise as well. Next up, we have a Lightning Milady's build. I did one for Flame Art not too long ago, I think last week or the week before. It was really cool, but this one absolutely shreds. This is Lightning Slash on 2 Miladies, and if you're able to get 2 of these, this is on Journey 4, of course, so it's a little bit easier for me to get it since I'm 4 journeys in here. But if you're on New Game Plus or beyond, you can get this or have somebody drop one for you. Either way, 2 of these and Lightning Affinity with Lightning Slash absolutely shred. You're going to see it here. They do a ton of damage. It's actually incredible. The moveset's awesome too. We're able to stack almost 6,000 damage there and then finish off both the Tree Sentinels. Overall, this was one that I was really impressed with. If you want a Dexterity Lightning build for Milady, if you're able to get 2 of these, it's phenomenal. We have 2 Lightning Miladies, both with Lightning Slash. You're going to get an incredible amount of AR once you use the Ash of War and get the extra Lightning Code. We have the Gravelstone Seal. We have most of the Malformed Dragon set on. And then we have the Wingsword Insignia. Rotten Wingsword Insignia is better if you have it. Lightning Scorpion Charm, Millicent's Prosthesis. We have the Shard of Alexander. And then we have the Lightning Tier, Bloodsucking Crack Tier. Let's jump into stats for this one. And the stats on this one are 60 Vigor, 21 Mind, 33 Endurance, 12 Strength, 65 Dexterity, 25 Faith. We're using Golden Vow, Flame Grant Me Strength, Blessing's Boon, and we have 65 Poise for this build. Still really love doing these builds for Elden Ring. Another build request here for Short Sword Bleed. We have 2 Short Swords in Blood Affinity with Seppuku on both. This is a cool style. It doesn't run as well as, say, like Twin Blades or curved swords, but if you want a little bit more of a challenge in bleed buildup, running 2 short swords in Blood Affinity is really fun. It can do a lot of damage. You're going to see the damage here. It's actually quite impressive. We're able to stack almost 9,000 damage there, now up to 10,000. Let's finish off the Draconic Tree Sentinel, and there we go. 1 jump attack ends it. There's another bleed proc there after he died, if you saw that, so you get a lot of bleed buildup as well. Overall, I was impressed with this one for short swords. We have 2 blood short swords, plus 25 preferably. We have Seppuku on both. Dragon Communion Seal would make the most sense here. I had that other seal equipped, but I was only using it for buffs. White Mask and the Greatbird chest piece or Raptor's Black Feathers will do for the extra jump attack damage. We have Lord of Blood's Exaltation, Claw Talisman. We have Millicent's Prosthesis. Wingsword Insignia or Rotten Wingsword Insignia is better if you have it. Bloodsucking Crack Tier, Thorny Tier. Let's jump into stats. And for stats, we have 60 Vigor, 17 Mind, 28 Endurance, 20 Strength, 30 Dexterity. We have 25 Faith and 45 Arcane. For our buffs, we're going to be using Golden Vow, Flame Grant Me Strength, Blessing's Boon. We hit 58 Poise for this build, and I highly recommend this one. It was a lot of fun to do. Alright, next up here, we have a Lordsword Greatsword build. That's another requested build. And this is a really cool one because this Greatsword specifically is the only infusible Greatsword that has a 110 critical multiplier. So if you want to run a crit build with a regular Greatsword, this is probably your best bet. For this, we went for Heavy Affinity and Lion's Claw, so we can get in some poise damage. We went for Classic Lion's Claw, and then when you get those critical breaks, you're going to get some decent damage with the critical hits, of course, because of that multiplier, and then basically just build up jump attacks using Lion's Claw, using your charge attacks, etc. Pretty much everything that you have at your disposal to make sure you break the boss, and when you break the boss, the payoff is going to be really good because of that multiplier. It's definitely cool that you get that on a Greatsword, and it's really the only infusible Greatsword that has the 110. So again, if you're looking to build around a crit Greatsword build, this is definitely the weapon for you. This is another build request. Hopefully the person that requested it liked this build. In a second here, we're going to jump into equipment and stats. And we have Lordsword's Heavy Greatsword, plus 25 preferably with Lion's Claw. We have any seal for buffs. we have the Greatbird chest piece on, and we hit 53 points for this build. Shard of Alexander, Blade of Mercy Talisman, Dagger Talisman, of course, for those critical hits, Two-Handed Sword Talisman for any regular attacks, Green Burst Crystal tier, Spike Crack tier. Let's jump into stats for this one. And we have 60 Vigor, 23 Mind, 31 Endurance, 60 Strength. That's going to be 90 when you two-hand this, by the way. 12 Dexterity, 25 Faith. We're using Golden Vow, Flame Grant Me Strength, and Blessing's Boon as our buffs. And next up here, we have a Frost Katana build. This is one for people that just like the Nagakiba. I get a lot of requests for the Nagakiba, so I decided to put Chilling Mist on this and just go for a basic Katana build that allows you to get Frost build up and use the weapon's moveset rather than a specific Ash of War. This way we get a decent amount of Frost build up, and any regular hits, charge attacks, etc. we can build around that entirely by building up on successive hits and things like that, rather than worrying about a specific Ash of War or spamming one thing. This is for somebody who really likes the Nagakiba's moveset, and you get to take advantage of that and get some Frost build up in the process. Yeah, this one's really cool. There's the Frost proc there. You get a lot of damage, chunk, percentage damage, etc. It's nice. And then after that, you could build up on charged attacks. Really cool because you get a little bit of pierce damage. Regular hits, of course, all that. Anything you want to build up in terms of damage with this, you could go for stuff like the Axe Talisman, Two-Handed Sword Talisman, or you could run it like I did and go more for successive hits. It's really up to you. The Nagakiba kind of excels at both overall, so you really can't go wrong with like either setup. So there's definitely a way to run this, to enjoy this for pretty much everybody that likes the Nagakiba. Once again, highly requested weapon. Hope you enjoyed this build. We have the Cold Nagakiba, plus 25 preferably with Chilling Mist. We have any seal for buffs. Check out the armor set here. We hit 52 poise for this one. We have the Magic Scorpion Charm. We have the Ritual Swords Talisman. We have Millicent's Prosthesis. We have Wingsword Insignia, or Rotten Wingsword Insignia is better if you have it. We have the Magic tier, Thorny tier. Let's jump into stats for this build. And we have 60 Vigor, 20 Mind, 27 Endurance, 18 Strength, 55 Dexterity, 20 Intelligence, 25 Faith. We're using Golden Vow, Flame Grant Me Strength, and Blessing's Boon for this build. And next up, we have a Faith Stamp Upward Cut build. This was inspired by Elden Ring Night Rain. Wilder has Stamp Upward Cut. I was using that a lot when I was playing as him, so I decided to run a Stamp Upward Cut build. Now, of course, something like Lion's Claw is typically going to be better. It's a little bit hard for me to land this one, but overall, it does good poise damage and gives you an Endure-like effect when you first start using the Ash of War. So you get a little defense. I run Black Flame's Protection with this build, especially in the DLC against the Divine Beast here. And then a lot of damage there. 6,100 damage, not bad. We have this in Flame Art Affinity. We're using the Fire Knight's Greatsword. And then we have Giant's Flame Take Thee. It's a little bit hard to charge that one, though, because we don't have a ton of time with Divine Beast. His moveset is rather awkward. But if we can get in some hits there, there's another 6,100 damage and build up on poise damage. The build really works well that way. It's just a little bit tricky to pull off at times because Stamp Upward Cut is a little bit on the slower side. Yeah, it's not the world's fastest Ash of War, and it may not be for everybody, but if you've been playing Night Rain 2, and if you played as Wilder, you're probably used to Stamp Upward Cut because he seems to have that on his Greatsword. I think it's the stock Ash of War that he gets. And it was really cool making this and turning it into an Elden Ring build because Stamp Upward Cut is not bad by any means. It's just a little bit outclassed by something like Lion's Claw. With that said, you can see the damage is actually quite good, and the poise damage you're going to get is good too. If you add in jump attacks, you can continue to build up on that poise damage. That's what I ultimately end up doing here because this fight ends up being tough. I always struggle with Divine Beast for some reason. His moveset is just very awkward for me, so I do get hit more than I probably should get hit. But it's not going to matter too much. We get the critical break here. We're going to end this fight right now, and then we're going to be moving on from there. But yeah, Stamp Upward Cut in combination with a Faith build, really cool. A little bit of a hybrid build here too. Not too much since we're leaning heavily into Faith, but we do have to have some Dex and Strength, of course. Let's jump into equipment stats, everything you need to know for a powerful Stamp Upward Cut build. We have the Fire Knight's Flame Art Greatsword plus 25. We have the Giant Seal. You can check out the armor set here. We hit 52 poise. We have the Fire Scorpion Charm. We have the Shard of Alexander. We have the Dagger Talisman for any critical breaks we get, which we're going to be building up a lot of poise damage. Godfrey Icon for incantations. We have the Flame tier, Bloodsucking Crack tier. Let's jump into stats for this one. And we have 60 Vigor, 23 Mind, 28 Endurance, 22 Strength, 18 Dexterity, 60 Faith. We're using Golden Vow, Black Flame's Protection. We have Blessing's Boon. We have Burno Flame and Giant's Flame Take Thee. All right, so this one is an Anvil guard counter build. It's really fun. It's like a bonk guard counter build. A lot of fun with this one because you can get a lot of damage with the Anvil hammer, and it's once again a strength faith build. Now, I want to mention something. If you have any build requests, be sure to comment below. I've been really responsive to them lately, so if there's anything that you want to see in terms of build requests, make sure you comment below so I know what you want to see in the upcoming videos for Elden Ring. And also, if you want to see more Elden Ring content in general, if you're still playing, and I always ask this, what games you're currently playing and into, it always helps me. Feedback is always welcome. Now back to this, the guard counter build. We're using the brass shield because I didn't want to go too heavy with the shield, but we've got good guard boost. And then, of course, you're able to get in charged attacks, or when you can land them, I take some extra damage I shouldn't have taken there. But we're able to get in the guard counter hits, 2 of them, and take them out. And you can get into a decent amount of poise damage with this build as well, too. I really like this in combination with the shield. It's fun running an Anvil guard counter build. We have the Anvil hammer plus 10, preferably to get a lot of damage. We have the brass shield plus 25, preferably great guard boost, the Erdtree seal. You can check out our armor set here. We have 52 poise. We have the curved sword talisman. We have the great shield talisman. We have the dagger talisman, of course. We're getting in critical hits. We have the blade of mercy talisman. And then we have the bloodsucking crack tier, green burst crystal tier. We're using sleeping pots there to stun the Godskin apostle. Let's talk about stats. We have 60 vigor, 17 mind, 40 endurance, 40 strength. We have 40 faith. We have 12 dexterity, 11 intelligence. We have golden vow, flame grant me strength, and blessings boon as our buffs. Thanks for watching this one. Thanks for tuning in to my top 9 new, fun, and overpowered builds for Elden Ring. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more build requests for Elden Ring, or you want to see more content for Elden Ring in general, be sure to let me know in the comments below. I want to know what you guys are playing and what you guys would like to see in Elden Ring, etc. Of course, thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Be sure to like, share, comment, etc. And I will catch you guys in the next build video.